Okay, so for this one, I have this image that I created earlier, but now I want to turn this into a video. So the first thing, of course, I want to come over here and switch into the video panel. And you'll notice that right now the tool is set on VO 3.1 fast. That's the video model that it's using at the moment. But if I switch it to something like Kling 3.0, now all of a sudden there's going to be some additional features and functions available. And then once again, if I switch the model to Seedance 2.0, again, there's going to be some different features and functions available. We'll talk about those features in later videos, but for now, I'm just going to show you the basic workflow of turning an image into a video. So as the AI industry progresses, you may see different video models in here. Every video model has its own pros and cons, and you'll have to decide which one is best for your particular use case. But for now, I'm just going to show you a few quick examples of the ones that you're seeing right here. So first, let's go ahead and switch the tool back into VO 3.1 fast. This is basically the fastest and cheapest model, which can get the job done for basic use cases, but it's not going to be as good as some of the premium models over here. I'll keep the aspect ratio on 9:16. The resolution, I'm going to change it down to 720, and for the length, I'll change it to 8 seconds. I'll go ahead and turn audio on, and now I can just drag my image into this slot over here. But first, I need to create a video prompt to bring this image to life. So what I'll do is come into the Create panel, and I'm going to switch this into Pulse mode. And over here, you'll see this list of pulses. Now, you can think of pulses like little agents that are going to help you with different parts of your workflow. So I'm going to go ahead and click this one called Single Shot Video, and now it's asking me to upload my image to get the process started. So I'm just going to drag my image into here. That's it. I'll submit that. And now it's going to analyze the image. Now it's asking me what type of camera motion that I want. And I can type in anything that I want, but it's going to give me a few suggestions here. So in this case, I'm just typing in handheld tracking. I'll submit that. Okay, so now it's asking what action that I want to happen in the video. And once again, I can say anything that I want, but it's giving me a few suggestions here. So in this case, I'm saying the warrior slowly turns around to face a giant monster. He shouts at the monster roars back at him, and then he charges to attack it. Okay, I'll submit that. So now it's asking what kind of dialogue do I want the character to say. Once again, it's giving me a few suggestions here, and I'll go ahead with this suggestion and just put, come on then. So I'll submit that. And so now it's taken the image that I gave it along with the feedback that I provided, and it crafted a video prompt for me right here. So now I can just take this video prompt and bring it into my reference grid. And now I just always have it right here. And once again, I can pop it open, make changes or edits to it if I want. For now, I'll just go ahead and bring this up to my quick slot inventory. So now I have my main character and I have the video prompt that I want to use. At this point, I can jump back into the video panel, and all I have to do now is just drag in my video prompt. Again, I can make edits or tweaks to this if I want to, but I'll leave it as it is for now and click generate. So while we're waiting for that to generate, I'm going to go ahead and switch the model into Kling 3.0, and I'll click generate again so we can see a version on Kling, and then I'll switch the model again to Seedance 2.0, click generate. So now we can see the version on Seedance 2.0. Okay, and so after waiting for that, here was the one with VO 3.1. This is the one from Kling 3.0, and you'll notice the one from Seedance actually got censored, it got blocked. So even though I'm not using the actual character, and instead I'm using a version of myself simply dressed similar to the character, it was still a bit too similar, and therefore it was flagged. And I think it's important to show you these issues so that you understand this is just a normal part of the process. You will run into issues where your images are blocked or censored, or the generation fails for whatever reason. And so again, this has nothing to do with Shortpulse because each AI model has its own rules, different levels of censorship, etc. But just so you can see the results that come from Seedance, I generated a different video clip using a different image, so I'll show you this one here. First, let's take a look at the one from VO 3.1.
Come on then!
So as you can see, it's not bad, but it's also not that great. And it didn't really follow the prompt exactly like I asked. It was close, but overall, it's just kind of okay. So now let's take a look at Kling 3.0.
Come on then!
Right, so as we saw with that one, it's much more accurate, looks much more realistic, and it followed the prompt much more accurately. And finally, moving on to Seedance 2.0.
Come on then!
Right, so this is obviously a little bit of a different scene, but the output from Seedance is really, really good. So that's the basic workflow for image to video.